Hey guys, welcome to the 31st video of the playlist on how to use SolidWorks for beginners. For those who are new to the channel, the link of the playlist is given in the description box below, or you can simply click on the I button which is present on the right top corner of your screen. In this video, we will be understanding the whole wizard feature. Now guys, I have installed SolidWorks 2020. So since this being the latest version, I might have some extra features as compared to the earlier versions. But don't worry, if you have earlier version installed, then all the options that are available in whole wizard will surely be present in this particular video. Okay, so guys, now what is whole wizard? So once you select the whole wizard feature, then you can select the hole that you want, and you can even give the dimensions to your hole. So whenever you want to create a hole in your 3D model, so at that time you are going to select the whole wizard feature. Okay. Now in the whole wizard feature, there are two tabs available. One is the type and the second one is the positions. So in the type, what we do is that we select the type of the hole and we give the dimensions according to our need. Okay. Whereas in position what we do is that we select the position on a particular face where we want to make a hole. Okay, as simple as that. So first we define the proper specifications of the hole and then we select the position for it. Okay. Now the first option that you can see is the hole type. Now what is the hole type? In hole type you have 9 different options available, like the counter bore, then the counter sink, then the normal hole which is available, then you have the straight tap, then you have the taper tap, then we have the legacy hole, then we have the counter bore slot, after that we have the counter sink slot, and we have the normal slot available. So according to your requirement, you are going to choose one hole type for your application. Okay, so first of all, for example, I am going to select the counter bore. Okay, I have selected the hole type as counter bore. Now after I choose the hole type, then it is asking me to select the standard. Now what is a standard? So standards are nothing but the fundamental reference for a system of measures. I repeat myself again. Standards are the fundamental reference for a system of measures. Now what do I mean by this? So let's understand with the help of an example. Suppose if I drop this menu, then you can see that there are different options available. For example, suppose if I select ANSI metric. So once I select ANSI metric, I have selected ANSI metric to be my standard. Now what is the meaning of this? Now what is the first of all, let us understand what is the full form of ANSI. So ANSI stands for American National Standards Institute. So American National Standards Institute have decided a specific set of values for a particular size of a hole. Okay, so for a particular size of a hole, ANSI has decided a specific set of values of its dimensions. For example, here you can see the size option. So in the size, there are different options like M6, M8, M10, M12, M14 and so on. Suppose if I select M14, then as soon as I select M14, then for the size M14, ANSI has decided the specific values, or you can say the specific dimensions of the hole. So as soon as I select M14 and as soon as I select ANSI metric, then automatically the dimensions will be provided to the hole. I do not have to add the dimensions to the hole. According to the ANSI metric M14 size, the dimensions will automatically given to my hole. But suppose if I don't want standard dimensions to my hole, instead I want custom dimensions. then I can select show custom sizing, and here I can define the dimensions. Okay, suppose if you want to custom the dimensions, then you can define that as well. But usually what we do is that we select a particular standard, and according to the particular standard we select a size which is being defined by that particular standard. Clear? Now suppose if you change the standard, suppose if I change the standard to DIN, then again the M14 MC, here there is no M14 option available. Okay, so they don't have M14, they have M12, and they have directly M16. So according to their standard dimensioning process, they have given a particular set of dimension. Now guys, suppose if I select let's choose ANSI inch. Now as soon as I select ANSI inch, then you can observe that the standard sizes have also changed. Here there is no M14, M12 or so on. Here the sizing, standard sizes are different, and as soon as you select your standard size, accordingly the dimensions of the hole are going to get specified. So various standards have various particular values, various set of dimensions according to them. Okay. So is this clear? Now let us select ANSI metric, and let us select M14 itself. Okay. Now after this thing is done, I will explain you all the rest part afterwards. Now I will like to move on to positions. Now in the positions, it is asking us to select the face for the hole, okay, or the slot position. So it is asking us that on which face do you want to make a hole. So obviously I want to make a hole on this particular face, and to create holes on multiple faces. Suppose if you want to simultaneously create holes on different faces, then you can click on 3D sketch. Clear? What is the meaning of this? Suppose if you select one face, then you can make hole on one face only. But suppose if you click on 3D sketch, then you can make holes on this face, on this face, as well as on this face. Clear? So let us click on 3D sketch. Now can you see, it is asking us for the position. Where do you want to make a hole? So suppose if I select this as my position, now can you see, as soon as I move to this face, I can make a hole in this face as well. Clear? Now here you have the option to give the dimensions to the position of your hole as well. Suppose if I select my smart dimensions, I can give the dimensions to this. Suppose if I want this to be at a distance of, let's say, 150 from the left edge. So see, can you see? Suppose if I want from this particular edge, now it is how much? 181. Suppose if I want it to be at a distance of 150 as well. So here also I can specify the dimensions. Clear with this? Now let me show you all how exactly is the hole gonna look like. See, this is our hole that is gonna look like. Okay, so SolidWorks has made a hole for us, and guys, if you observe one thing, see, this hole which is being made by SolidWorks, you can clearly observe is made using the revolved boss base feature. Can you see this sketch? See, by just looking at the sketch, you can observe that this is made using the revolved boss base feature. Okay. Now suppose if you want to edit this feature again, then what you will do is that you will right click on it and you will click on edit feature. Now in the edit feature again, suppose if you want to change the hole type, you can do that as well. But one thing that I would highlight here is that, see guys, can you see this hole is passing right till the bottom face? Can you see? It is passing right throughout your 3D model to your bottom face. But suppose if I don't want it to pass throughout my 3D model, then what I can do is that I have to go to end conditions, and here we have selected throughout all, therefore it is passing throughout my 3D model. Suppose if I change my condition to blind, then guys I can give the dimensions to the depth of the hole. See here the depth was throughout my 3D model, but now I can define the depth. Suppose if I want to make it 50, see, can you see? Now the size has decreased, the depth has decreased. Now while you give the dimensions also, you have the two options available, the depth up to shoulder and you have the depth up to tip. Now what is the meaning of this? Suppose now you have selected depth up to shoulder, therefore this 50 will be measured from this top face of the hole till this particular circular face. Okay, but suppose if you select tip till the tip, then the 50 mm will be from the top of this hole till this particular corner. Can you see this corner? That is the end of your hole. So till there they will give the dimensions to be 50. Then again there are options available like up to next. So suppose if you select up to next, then the next surface which comes in the between this hole, path of the hole, up till that surface the hole will be created. Or suppose if you select up to vertex, then you have to select the vertex. Suppose if I select this to be my vertex, now can you see this vertex lies in this particular plane, therefore the hole will be created up till this particular plane. This we have already encountered when we have studied the extruded boss base feature. Okay, so these are very simple things. Then up to surface, up to surface means what? You can select a particular face, so up to that face your hole will be created. And if you select offset from surface, suppose if I select offset from surface, it is first asking me to select which surface do you want it to be offset from. So I will select this particular surface and I can now give the dimensions as let's say 20. See, can you see? Now the distance from the end of the hole till this particular surface is 20 mm. Okay, suppose if I make it 30, then you will observe that this hole will shift, the end of the hole will shift more upwards. Okay, suppose 30, enter. Can you see? So this is as simple as that. Okay, now guys, is available like the head clearance, near side countersink and the underhead countersink. So these are basically the options. So if you select this particular options, then you can modify the dimensions of the hole. Suppose if I select head clearance, okay, and suppose if I mention the head clearance to be 5 mm, then you can see there is a change in the dimension of this head. Suppose if I make it 10 mm, you'll observe the changes. So this depends. So in short, this is the part of modification according to your requirement. Okay, so according to the requirement you can choose these options. And then there are different options available like the tolerance or precision. These are basically used for manufacturing process. Okay, so when you are manufacturing, there are certain tolerances and precision values defined by the manufacturer. Okay, now guys, if you want to select the different hole type, then you can select here. Suppose if I select countersink, then can you see there is a change in the shape of the hole. Here you can define the size as well. See, suppose if you define a normal hole, then again there are different shape. It has taken its different shape. See, suppose if you want a tapered tap, then again the size and the shape you can define, the shape will get changed and the size you can define according to your need. Okay, so there are different options available like see here the end condition is tapered up to surface. You can select according to your need. Okay, so guys, I hope that you have understood how to make use of the hole wizard feature. And guys, if you like this video, then please do not forget to subscribe to the channel. And guys, go check out other SolidWorks videos on my channel. They might be helpful for you. And guys, thank you for watching this particular video. See you in the next video.